What's up, City Knights? My name is Lucas. I'm a junior at St. James High School, and I want to tell you about something God has called our church to do to flood our communities with compassion. As youth, we are doing a sock drive for Love and Action Month in July to serve our community. These socks will be distributed to homeless and in-need people at Pomona. After talking to many of the people at the community center, I learned that socks are a very essential item that are rarely donated. I also learned that homeless people in Pomona are always extremely excited and grateful to receive these socks. We are asking for socks all sizes for men, women, and children, preferably gray or black. You can drop these socks off at any of the City Knights. In Matthew 9, Jesus sees the people in need and has compassion for them. This is a great way for us to be like Jesus and serve those in need.
What's up, ONE&ALL youth? Happy City Night, whatever night that might be for you. We hope you've been having a great summer and we're honored you've chose to come hang out with us here in this backyard. This summer we've been talking about culture and the importance of not just creating a church culture, but of creating a kingdom culture. And we've talked about how the character and actions of the individual people create the culture around them. This week, I want to talk about the truth. The King of the kingdom we're trying to represent, Jesus, actually claimed that he himself was the truth. So we know it's a big deal. I don't know about you, but I love useless trivia. I just got a new phone number recently, and I still don't have it memorized, but I can tell you that in Florida, it's illegal to fart in public after 6 p.m. I can also tell you that 60% of people cannot have a 10-minute conversation without lying at least 3 times. I also know that studies have shown that Americans lie on average 11 times per week, and that 9 out of 10 middle schoolers admit to regularly cheating on their schoolwork. I don't think it's a surprise to anyone that we're surrounded by lies, but how do we live differently and create a culture of truth? I want to suggest 3 things. First, we need to know the truth. Second, we need to do the truth. And third, we need to surrender to the truth. So first, knowing the truth. Philosophers and so-called philosophers have been debating about what the truth is since the beginning of time. Some have argued, especially in the world around us now, that there is no one truth. They would say that the truth is whatever we want it to be, and it's up to each person to decide what the truth is to them. But if you stop and think about it, it's bad logic. It would be like using a phone to text someone and tell them that phones don't exist. It doesn't make any sense. We can't use a singular truth to say that there are no singular truths. Some just get confused and say that the truth can't ever be known, and they just don't want to bother trying to find it. And that's what we call being agnostic. But like I said earlier, Jesus said that he himself was the truth, meaning that everything about his life, what he taught, what he did, is all we need to know for our own lives. Specifically in John chapter 14, verses 6 through 7, Jesus said, "I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. If you really know me, you will know my Father as well. From now on, you do know him and have seen him." So as Christians, we search for the truth by getting to know Jesus more. And we get to know Jesus more through prayer, through reading his word, and through living in community with other people also trying to get to know Jesus more. The second part, as we seek to know the truth, is to do the truth. Notice I didn't just say to tell the truth. Telling the truth is important, but our actions and the way we live our lives have to be in step with what we say for it to mean anything. It doesn't do any good to say we believe Jesus when he says to love our enemies, if we are then going to go around and talk bad about people we don't like behind their back. Our actions speak louder than our words. And if our actions don't match our words, there can't be any trust, and no community is going to survive if there isn't trust. Finally, while we seek to know the truth and then actually do the truth, we have to be willing ourselves to surrender to the truth. A lot of times the truth hurts, especially at first. It's been said that the gospel of Jesus tells us we are more sinful and flawed than we ever thought, but at this very same time, we are more loved and accepted than we ever dared hope. The second half of that sounds great, but the first part can be a hard pill to swallow. That's why it can be so tempting to decide we're going to make up our own truth. But when we let the truth speak to us, either from other people in Jesus' kingdom or from King Jesus himself, it's when we are able to change and kingdom culture starts to happen around us. So pray this week that Jesus, through the Holy Spirit, will help you and your friends know the truth, do the truth, and surrender to the truth. And as you break off into your discussion groups, ask each other these 3 questions. First, what are some of the things Jesus taught and did during his time in history? Which do you find encouraging and which do you find challenging or difficult to do yourself? Where or when have you experienced the harm that can come when someone's actions do not match their words? And finally, are you as willing to surrender to the truth as you are to tell the truth? Why or why not? God bless.
We are